Hi everyone, this is Joe Askins from YoChicago.com. Welcome to Portage Park. Portage Park is a 36-acre city park located in the Portage Park neighborhood. It's bounded by Irving Park Road, Central Avenue, Berteau Avenue, and Long Avenue. It dates back to around 1913. It actually predates just about every building surrounding it. And it is the largest city park on Chicago's northwest side. Portage Park features 5 baseball fields, 1, 2, 3 of which seem to be active today. Have some games going on here. As I said, 5 baseball fields. It has 6 tennis courts over on the north side. It has a couple of field houses. The one over in the distance to kind of the northwest, if I can zoom in a little bit, right there, has a gymnasium in it. And then the one that you can kind of see maybe a little bit behind the fencing and backstop to my northeast is now a cultural arts center. Has a couple of large open fields that can be used for soccer or football. Over here on the southern side of the park, there's this fenced-in area that they call a natural habitat area. It's kind of a fenced-in garden with some footpaths around it. Today it seems like a popular place for some teenage kids who are over kind of off in the distance. You can't see them through all the foliage. But some nice little walking paths that are gravel instead of paved, and then occasionally you have these pavers as well. Since it's a late afternoon or early evening, the sun's off in the west, so even though I'm not directly under these trees here, I am still comfortably in the shade. If you were wanting to get sun in the late afternoon, you could come over here. There's kind of this ridge on the far eastern side of the park near Long Avenue, and that's where people seem to congregate and spread out their blankets and get some late afternoon sun. It's a pretty open area. You're probably not going to get a lot of shade there except in the early mornings, so I'm sure you could just camp out there all day. You may not know that Portage Park was site of some Olympic time trials back leading up to the 1972 Olympics. This pool, apparently, or at least some version of this pool that existed back then, was where Mark Spitz broke some world records on his way to winning just a whole bunch of gold medals in the Olympics. You see that they have what appear to be some standard Olympic style diving platforms. And as you can probably notice, none of these pools are active right now. So I'm not really sure when the Park District goes ahead and fills those up and gets things going out here. Surely it wouldn't be too far away, given that we are almost to June. And while it's kind of a cool day today, we have gotten up into the 90s already. So unless there's something wrong with the pool, and there may be, I don't know, I would have to imagine that these are going to be pretty active here very soon. Portage Park is located about 8.5 miles northwest of the loop as the crow flies, about 10.5 miles if you're to drive on the city streets and the Kennedy Expressway. According to Google, in perfect conditions, if you were to drive from the loop all the way up here to the park, you get here in about 17 minutes. That would probably be perfect conditions, so I wouldn't plan around that. I think this part of the park dates itself a little bit. This is the Inline skating rink, and no one's using it. I suppose it could also be used for roller hockey, although nobody seems to be doing that either. This is one of the 6 tennis courts here in Portage Park. It's not too busy here late afternoon. The sun's in the western sky, and so it's probably a little bit difficult to serve right now if you're playing on the northern end of any of these courts. But a couple of them have some activity right now. We have some guys out here playing doubles, and then a couple of guys out just kind of whacking the ball around over on the other side. Over on the western side of the park is one of the large playground areas near Central Avenue. Have a lot of families out today. A lot of kids out playing on the tire swing, some of the jungle gym equipment and slides. We have several swing sets, and even more jungle gym equipment. Over here on the southwest corner of the park is one of the many entryways. This one actually has a gateway. This is Portage Park. Has a water fountain out front, and the entryway is made out of this distinctive flagstone. This kind of flat, sharp gray stone that a lot of the walls and pillars and details throughout the park seem to be made out of. This would be the corner of Central Avenue and Irving Park Road.